Good evening. Welcome to Left, Right and Centre. I'm Vishnu Shom. On the show tonight, voting is now over in 93 constituencies across 10 states and a union territory in the third phase today of the staggered 7-round Lok Sabha polls. Remember, the election in the Anantnag Rajouri constituency in Jammu and Kashmir has been postponed to the 25th of May.
An average voter turnout as per the Election Commission till 8 p.m. has been 61.45. We'll be doing a deep dive into what does this low voter turnout and a trend of sorts in comparison to also the first and the second phase mean going ahead, and what are the implications for various political parties.
Now, today's election brings to an end polling in more than half of the 543 parliamentary seats and could mean that the country has already delivered a verdict. Could is the key word. The BJP has won the Surat seat unopposed, remember, as the Election Commission rejected the nomination of the Congress candidate and the other contender stepped down.
So broadly speaking, the phase 3 is in areas, has been in areas which are considered to be BJP's stronghold. Look at that number. In 2019, in fact, the BJP alone, without the NDA, had won 72 of these 93 seats and 26 alone from Gujarat. Of course, now it was 25 seats which went to both today.
Well, before we introduce our panelists this evening, I thought it might be useful just to go across the states and where all of the elections have taken place. So let's just have our map graphic up to set the context of this 1-hour special program. Assam, 4 seats. Remember, there are 93 seats in total. Bihar, 5. 11 states in total today. Chhattisgarh, 7. Dadra and Nagar Haveli, 2. Goa, 2. Gujarat, 25. Karnataka, 14. Madhya Pradesh, 9. Maharashtra, 11. Uttar Pradesh, 10. Bengal, 4. And so that's the total split of all the seats. So obviously Gujarat, very big, 25. Karnataka, 14. So in terms of numbers, very, very important indeed. But I think the big talking point has really been the voter turnout. Before going across for that, let's just introduce our panelists. Amitabh Tiwari with us in the studio, Aarti Jairath, Dr. Shama Mohammed of the Congress, Ghansham Tiwari, Samajwadi Party, Tuhin Sinha, BJP. Thank you all very much for being with us. So let's roll out that first graphic. Firstly, the All India voter turnout, a comparison 2019 versus 2024. We'll be talking a lot about this. Now, left-hand side of your screen, phase 3, that's happened today. 2019, the voter turnout was 66.9%. It's now 61.4%. That's a major change of 5.4%. Now, if you look at what happened earlier in these elections, phase 2, 2019, it was at 70.1. 2024, it went down just a few weeks back to 66.7. That's down 3.4. And in phase 1, compared to 2019, it's down 3.9. What are the implications of this? Amitabh, let me come across to you first. You know, I mean, this is now consistent. Which party does this potentially impact the most, or formation?
See, yeah, I mean, now in all the phases, we've had a 3 to 4% drop. Even in this phase now, if you see the final tally when it goes up, it could be around the same number. So there is no strong correlation between turnout and electoral results.
Right.
We've seen in the past that from 1957 to 2019, of 16 elections, 10 elections have seen a decline, wherein 6 times the government has come back to power, the incumbent, so 60% strike rate. But when 4 times or 6 times the turnout declined, only 2 times the governments have come back to power. That's number one.
But Amitabh, not just the overall India picture, if we were to break that down state-wise, what's coming across certainly is that in Bihar, for example, throughout, it has been a low voter turnout. In the third phase, it is roughly around 56.55. Gujarat again, where, before I talk about Gujarat, look at Maharashtra, 54.77. So are we to read this as more of a sign that people aren't sure which way these political parties that they would be voting for finally end up after the elections? Because that jod tod ki rajniti that we have seen in Maharashtra?
Yeah, so that could be one of the reasons, because there is a discontent among a section of people that most of these political parties have done so many flip-flops now, including in Bihar, that there seems to be a lack of enthusiasm, especially it seems now amongst the BJP voters to back the JDU, it looks like. And in Maharashtra, if you see, Baramati has recorded the second lowest voter turnout amongst the 93 seats.
Yes.
Second lowest,
Right.
which means that the voter is confused and which way to go is not very sure, and is also not sure whether Sharad Pawar NCP is going to remain with India Bloc or is going to switch,
whether Ajit Pawar
or vice
and
versa.
Sharad Pawar will not come together, because that can't be ruled out either. Aarti, let's focus on Maharashtra numbers, because I think that's an important number here. 54.77%. With this, 50% of Maharashtra has polled. So 24 seats in all, 2 more phases left for Maharashtra. But overall, the sense that we do get is that lack of enthusiasm.
Completely. And I think, it's a reflection of the disappointment of the people of Maharashtra in their political leadership.
Yes.
That, they voted one government, or rather they voted one combination, that combination fell apart, another government was formed, that government stayed in power, then suddenly you find that government breaks up because parties are breaking up, then another government comes into play. I mean, in 5 years, Maharashtra has seen so much political turmoil that I think, people feel that, what the hell is going on? What is the value of our vote? We vote for somebody and you suddenly find the guy is in another party the next day.
Right.
So I think that there's a very strong sense of disillusionment in the voters. And that's probably reflected in the fact that phase after phase, Maharashtra is recording the lowest voter turnout of
Can
all
I just
the states.
ask, could any of this have to do with the heat across the country? People just don't want to turn out and vote? Is that a factor?
For the last, 3 or 4 elections, in fact, ever since 2004, elections have been in summer.
Yeah, they have.
Yeah, but,
okay, this time they're little more
I would
extended.
vouch it's probably warmer this year.
Yes.
I don't know,
Yes,
every year
because
we
of-
feel it's warmer.
because
of-
April was quite pleasant, but I don't think the heat has anything
Okay.
to do with it. I think
You had a
it's
point
just
on that?
Because of
enthusiasm.
climate change, if you see on certain seats, especially Bihar and all,
Okay.
there has been an increase in temperature of 1 degrees to even 3 degrees
Even Maharashtra.
at 12
I
noon.
just had a question for both of you, actually, Aarti, on the entire turnout issue. In 2019, of 62 seats in which the turnout had gone down, had declined, right? The winner changed for 14 seats. So that's a large number of seats where a change took place when the voter turnout was low. In contrast, of 31 seats that saw higher voting, the incumbent lost in 9, right? So if you were to actually look at this, this is problematic at many levels. It just goes to indicate that in seats where, in areas where the turnout has gone down, there is a larger possibility of the winner, changing hands, of the party changing hands to win the election.
Well, conventional wisdom is if the turnout is low, it favors the incumbent. That's the conventional wisdom. But we've seen that conventional wisdom
broken.
overturned,
Yes.
several times. I think really the only thing that you can say about the fact that the turnout is down is that probably the victory margins this time will be much lower. Last time we saw the BJP sort of, breaching that 50% vote share. And so the margins were like 1 lakh, 2 lakh, 3 lakhs, 4 lakhs. I think that is going to normalize to the usual victory margins that we see in elections, which is like anything between 20,000 to 50,000.
Perhaps we'll take that
Get some
question
political
also to-
reactions
Yes,
on
to
this issue. Go ahead.
to Tuhin Sinha of the BJP. How much of that is a matter of concern, particularly since you come from Maharashtra, Tuhin?
Well, good evening, Maria. Good evening, everybody. A lower voter turnout, invariably means status quo. It means that people don't want a change. They're not inclined. And, since Maharashtra is particularly reporting lower percentages, it all the more means that people are very satisfied with the Devendra Fadnavis and Eknath Shinde government. They have seen the chaos of Uddhav Thackeray. And, they are, I think over a period of last 4 weeks, what we have seen is that the opposition has run out of ammunition. They have run out of resources. So it's the opposition voters who are not turning up. The Congress party has had 3 spokespersons leaving in the last 3 weeks. So maybe, in the next couple of weeks, you may not find spokespersons coming on TV from the Congress. So I think
Shama is still here and she has no
related to it.
intention of leaving.
good for her. But the problem is that, everybody apart from her would be leaving. So the opposition,
The two aren't really
opposition per
related.
se.
For the Janta, I'm not too sure if all these joinings which are happening at the BJP headquarters of the spokespersons really matters.
What I'm trying to say, Maria,
Yeah.
what I'm trying to say, Maria, is that they have very little foot soldiers on the ground to even get people to the voting booths. So it's not only leaders who are quitting. Leaders are quitting because Karyakartas had quit long back. And that is the problem with the entire opposition across the country, which is why, in a desperate measure, even Lalu Yadav today has to go back on the Muslim reservation card, something which the Congress could not answer despite the Prime Minister's repeated questioning. So I think there is a great deal of desperation which is very evident in the opposition camp.
Can I ask you
Okay,
a
so
question?
Shama, how would you
yes,
respond to that?
Shama first, yes.
So first and foremost,
Voter turnout. I mean, how do you look
I
at that?
find, yeah, so I agree with what Aarti, a very senior journalist, says, that this sort of, it is not that it's going to be pro-incumbent, it's the India alliance winning. See, look at the Prime Minister of India. And of course, one of the saddest thing for us in this country is the election commission has gone rogue. That's what is it exactly. You see, the first phase, after 11 days, we come to know that there is a different voter percentage, all right? And it increased by 5%, never in the history of India. The second phase, we come to know after 4 days. How do we know what numbers they're giving are the right numbers? I don't trust the Election Commission of India, and I'm telling this on live TV. Now, what we used to hear initially is 400 par, Modi ki guarantee, Viksit Bharat. Now we don't hear any of this. What do we hear? We hear the Congress manifesto, the Congress manifesto, the Congress manifesto. That itself shows that the Prime Minister of India is trembling and the India Alliance is coming. Today, what he said that if we come back to power, if the India Alliance come, we'll put Tala on the Ram Mandir. I mean, how can the Prime Minister of India talk in such a way? Today in Sambal, many women voters are saying, Muslim women voters, they showed their ID, and they showed their voter ID as well as their paper they had. And they said, police are not allowing us to vote. You're not allowing one particular community to vote. In Hathras,
Also coming in from the Samajwadi Party, and Ghanshyam perhaps will get into that
Can
quickly.
I just finish? Can I just finish this, Maria? Please, let me just finish. Hathras, the other person, he says, I've been voting for years. My name is not there, another Muslim. So what is happening is the Election Commission is gone rogue. And it today was the most shameful day. It tells Twitter, please delete what the Karnataka government has put a video on it, which is very communal. Please delete. It should take action on the BJP in Karnataka. It should take action on the BJP. JP
Ghanshyam, quickly on the charge that is coming in from the Samajwadi Party. And then I get to Tuhin to react to that, and we'll have our first newsmaker joining us shortly.
Good evening, Maria and Som and my fellow co-panelists and the viewers. There are two things. One is that the voter turnout low. BJP is celebrating not the turnout, they are celebrating the election commission induced turnout. But as far as opposition is concerned, we clearly see on the ground that no matter this election commission induced turnout that is visible after 11 days and 16 days.
But you know, Ghanshyam, I genuinely have a problem with that kind of narrative which is being set here, that there is some kind, you're questioning an entire electoral process. How does it really help you guys? In the sense that, you know,
it's gone wrong, Maria.
Let's not run away from the fact that the election commission, you had approached the Supreme Court.
I have said only one sentence. Allow me to complete. I said only one sentence, and on that,
that's unfair to look at. You know,
let's see what
people of India have faith in the election commission and the electoral process. Why are you trying to really ensure that the people lose faith in it?
We don't.
Yes.
India has 97 crore voters. 97 crore. A 6% to 7% shift from here and there, which is visible, election commission induced, is 6 crore voters. How can election commission wake up after 11 days and do a 6 crore voter shift? It's our responsibility as politicians and citizens to ensure that election commission does what is mandated as per constitution, conduct polls free and fair. As far as voter turnout is concerned, BJP is not worried that people are not coming. There is nothing promising, nothing aspirational in BJP agenda. Since the time this election began, BJP realized that it is on its way out. So the Prime Minister has been chasing a fake agenda of hate speech and propaganda based on things that are not even written in a manifesto. When BJP is trying to snatch an agenda out of election, there is nothing they have to excite their own voters. Look at what they did in Surat and Indore. When you have a national party going in with a narrative of Abki Baar 400 Par, unable to excite their own vote base, and is going after the other side, this is what is going to happen.
Okay.
And as a result-
Ghanshyam, you made your point. It's only fair that Tuhin replies. Right? I'm just trying to balance it out. And before I'll be joined by Prithviraj Chavan in just a few moments. Tuhin, go ahead and reply. Lots of allegations there, starting with the EC and them being fair, and then what they've said about the BJP.
Answer all of that. See, I don't know how the Congress spokesperson can call it a rogue election commission, because they must realize that by using such hard words, they're also casting aspersions on India's judiciary. How many times have they gone to the judiciary crying that the election commission has been unfair, and how many times has the Supreme Court snubbed them?
Can I come
So
in?
I think they must be a little responsible. This is one of the reasons why the Congress seems to be behaving like a fringe, and one of the reasons why the people don't take them seriously. Now, when it comes to the Samajwadi Party, allow me to complete. When it comes to the Samajwadi Party, I don't know whether my friend Ghanshyam was a part of the Samajwadi Party in 2012 when Dimple Yadav similarly had a walkover because nobody was there to contest from the other side. So today, if we are strong, and today, if certain contestants are backing out, why blame us?
No, but
You know,
there's a
Dimple
difference
Samaj-
here.
Dimple
There is a
Yadav has gone
difference,
through that
but
experience.
nobody was declared as elected, but unopposed and elected. But the elections did take place. In case of Indore and Surat, no elections have taken place. So there is a difference.
Can I just
here.
come in, Mari? I want to rebut to him regarding the election commission.
Okay, last
See,
rebut before we move to our next point.
Just
Yes,
one line.
Shama, go ahead,
He
30
has
seconds
insulted.
only.
The Supreme Court of India came out and said when you're selecting the election commission, they should be the Chief Justice, the Prime Minister of India, the Leader of Opposition. Who passed the bill and removed the Chief Justice? You have insulted the Supreme Court, not us. You have gone against the Supreme Court on how it wanted. You wanted an election commission which is pliable. That's why they're not taking any action on the Prime Minister of India when day in and day out there are hate speeches against one particular community. Why is the election commission not sending a letter to the Prime Minister but sends it to JP Nadda? Why is the election commission not taking any action on that video which is so communal but asked Twitter to delete it and not sending a mail to
So
the
Shama,
JP Nadda?
Shama, look,
These
there
are
is nobody
important
over here
questions.
from the election commission to answer your allegations, nor do we have
He
a former
said-
election
that's
commissioner.
That's the reason we
So
are
I
not
take the
with
point.
election
I
commission.
understand what you're trying to say, but we just don't have anybody on this panel who can actually offer a balancing perspectives. I mean, those are clearly your views, and I respect that.
That's not my views. That's what's happening out
Okay,
there.
fair enough. Let me just,
We-
Shama,
we
hold on
know-
half a
You
sec.
know it. You've been a journalist for years. You have
Decades,
covered
actually.
many elections.
I'm
And you
getting-
must have not seen a
ancient
rogue
of
election
the
How many
commission.
times have they gone to the
Okay,
Supreme
all of you
Court
calm down for
questioning
half a
the
second.
EVM,
We've got a very
questioning
good,
the conduct
we've
of
got
the
a
election
we've got a
commission?
wonderful guest waiting for us. Prithviraj Chavan, the senior Congress leader, joins us now. Thanks so very much for being with us. Let's talk a little bit about Maharashtra. Now, in Maharashtra, alliances have changed. Obviously, certainly in the last couple of months, over the last couple of years. Is this, in a sense, this election a battle to discover the identity of the real NCP and the real Shiv Sena?
Well, I think in Maharashtra, we always had alliances, but this time there are three parties on one side and another three parties on the other side. I think these six parties are unsustainable, and I expect that after the election results come out, at least a couple of parties will dissolve into the larger parties. But that apart, I think the India alliance you talked about, there are three constituents of the India alliance in the Maharashtra Mahavikas Aghadi, our local alliance here. That includes Congress party, that includes the NCP, Sharad Pawar faction, and that includes Shiv Sena, the Uddhav Thackeray faction. The original founders of these two regional parties. So I think they are part of India alliance, and I think the real Shiv Sena and real NCP will be known on 4th of June, because although a lot of MLAs have shifted to the ruling party and have got some positions of power, ministers and all that, but have the people who elected them, have they also shifted? Answer is no, as you will discover on 4th of June.
Okay.
Therefore, these parties which have only gone and hijacked the MLAs to become ministers in the Shinde government, I think we'll discover that people have rejected them. Both MPs and MLAs will find it very difficult to continue with the parties that have joined lately.
Okay,
I think real Shiv Sena and real NCP will be discovered after the elections.
You know, because the elections are halfway through in Maharashtra, of course, 24 seats today in all and 24 more to go in the next two phases. But sir, I want to understand from you, is there an understanding right now, because you would be getting a lot of feedback from the ground that Prakash Ambedkar's Vanchit Bahujan Agadi should have been part of the Mahavikas Agadi because they were not asking for too many seats either?
No, not this time. So you're absolutely right. Last time, the Vanchit Bahujan Aghadi, formed by Prakash Ambedkar, Babasaheb Ambedkar's grandson, he had an alliance with MIM in Maharashtra. So together with MIM, the Vanchit Bahujan Aghadi polled 7% of the popular vote in 2019 Lok Sabha election. But they caused a damage of at least 7 seats. That means 7 seats were lost by the UP alliance, and 7 seats were won by BJP. Now this time, there is no alliance between MIM and Vanchit. So already the 7% vote share is probably 3% is with Prakash Ambedkar and maybe 4% with we are whatever 3.5%, 4%. But the Samvidhan Bachao, Save the Constitution, is such a clarion call that all the Ambedkarites, people who belong to Ambedkar's community, they realize that Prakash Ambedkar's party is out there to split the opposition vote. The entire raison d'etre of the India Alliance was not to let the opposition votes get split. But Prakash Ambedkar is, as we call it, in a B team of the BJP, is attempting to split the votes. Is attempting to divert votes from the India Alliance, so that although BJP has been getting only 30% votes in 14, 37% in 19 because of Balakot, but their base strength, the core strength is only 30%. But
Right.
with 70% votes in the opposition or 60% votes in the opposition against Mr. Modi, how is Mr. Modi winning? He's only winning because of the division of opposition votes. And that's what India Alliance has attempted to avoid. But Vanchit Bahujan Aghadi, that you asked about, will not make any difference this election.
Right. So, Seb, now, this is, of course, an eternal question, it seems, for the Congress party. Several Congress leaders have left your party in Maharashtra as well. Milind Deora, Ashok Chavan. Are you, therefore, a substantially weakened force?
See, let's not forget that the other two parties, that Uddhav Thackeray's Shiv Sena and Sharad Pawar's NCP, have been split vertically. I mean, almost 2/3 of the MLAs of both the parties have left the parent party. But Congress party did not get split. 2 senior leaders who have been offered Rajya Sabha seats have gone. I mean, their loyalty was purchased literally by giving them Rajya Sabha seats. 1 or 2 other leaders, minor leaders who failed to get a Lok Sabha seats because of the 3-party alliance, have left. But there is no major dent to the Congress party. I think you're thinking of Mr. Milind Deora, Mr. Ashok Chavan, both of them have been given Rajya Sabha seats. So they have virtually sold their souls for a Rajya Sabha seat, as I can say. That's their choice. But other than that, there is no major damage. 1 or 2 people who could not get Lok Sabha seats
We'll have to
have
see
left,
if there's no major
joining
damage.
some other party.
So before we
But
let you
there
go,
is no vertical split in the Congress party.
Okay.
yeah, the overall voter percentage or the voter turnout, what does it really indicate? What's your reading of it?
Well, don't believe the election commission figures which are given on the day of polling. In the first phase, election commission increased the percentage vote in Chandrapur after 11 days by 7%. So where does the sanctity of the percentage vote percentage on the polling day? And let's wait for final figures to emerge.
All right, Mr. Chavan, thanks very much for speaking to us. Maharashtra, one of the most fascinating elections, and I suspect an election which would be absolutely impossible to predict one way or the other. But in all of this, what we've not brought our viewers is a look back at 2019 to again bring you a context of what we are looking at this time around and the importance of this phase. So let's bring up the 2019 Lok Sabha results for this, the third phase of these elections. Is it a make or break for both alliances? Some would suggest no, not necessarily, because this is an area where the NDA, particularly the BJP, has been overwhelmingly strong. Last time around, the NDA won 78 seats here, of which the BJP won 71. The India Alliance just 12, of which the Congress won 4. So for there to be a major change over here, it would need a lot of work. Amitabh, this area, or this phase rather, and all the seats over here, very much a stronghold of the BJP, irrespective of voter turnout one way or the other.
Yeah, so essentially 4 states, Gujarat, MP, Chhattisgarh,
Yes.
UP and Karnataka also have been strongholds of the BJP for the past 2-3 elections. Now if you see, this is largely a maintained phase for the BJP of the
Now
Ram
onwards.
analogy. Yeah, now onwards. Because
Third, fourth, fifth onwards, it's all about the BJP numbers.
they have to maintain, hold on to whatever they had got in 2019.
Right.
Not going to be easy, they are facing challenges, but in this phase, largely the contests are versus the Congress party, where automatically BJP gets an edge because of the historical contest if you see, and because Congress does not get reciprocity from alliance partners. So the alliance partners of India bloc, barring Maharashtra, do not have significant votes to transfer to Congress and help it win seats in Karnataka or MP or Gujarat or Chhattisgarh, and that's probably where the Congress party is.
Now onwards, post this phase, when we look at the fourth phase onwards, that's where the other regional players and their role comes in. For example, major chunks in Bihar will be coming in. That's where Tejasvi has to really be the challenger, or Samajwadi Party's role plays out in Uttar Pradesh, and even in Bengal, for example. Major chunk of Bengal is only coming now onwards, fourth phase
That's
onwards.
one long election in Bengal, all 7
But I would just like
phases.
to add something
Sure.
here, that while this phase of course is a BJP stronghold, a fortress and everything, there is a shift in Karnataka this time, and I think we need to take that into account, because the BJP swept that state last time, 25
Hold that
out
thought,
of
we'll
28.
get to Karnataka with graphics in a few moments. That's going to be my question. But I just wanted to focus a little bit on the strike rate of the NDA last time around and the BJP. This is what they'd be hoping to replicate. It's very difficult to improve the strike rate. Last time around, the strike rate in the third phase was 89%. That's a whopping number. Look at where the Congress was at just 5%. Overall, 69% for the BJP, 12% for the Congress party. Let's turn our attention now to Madhya Pradesh. Let's take a look at where, because Madhya Pradesh, lots of high-profile candidates this time around. Let's compare Madhya Pradesh 2019. This is what the situation was. The BJP won all 9 seats over here. The Congress 0. The vote percentage 58.3%. And what makes this phase particularly interesting for Madhya Pradesh are some of the high-profile faces. So let's have some of the key contestants this time around. You've got Shivraj Singh Chauhan, the former Chief Minister, Digvijay Singh, former Chief Minister, Jyotiraditya Scindia, contesting from Guna, the Union Minister for Civil Aviation. So just a couple of very strong leaders over there. Maria?
Yes. While we look at these numbers, it's very clear that these are states where the BJP had won, had a complete and total dominance, be it Madhya Pradesh, even the state of Gujarat, where Prime Minister Modi and Home Minister Amit Shah today cast his vote. But when we try and analyze the overall what has happened, 283 seats are over, which means more than half of the elections are over now. Shama Mohammed, your overall assessment, how you have fared. I'm sure you'll say that the first 2 phases went very well, particularly keeping in mind the state of Tamil Nadu and Kerala in the second phase.
Shama, I think you're on mute.
Sorry.
Go ahead,
First,
Shama.
We have demolished them, but this phase, I'm telling you, the surprise is Karnataka. See, Karnataka minimum will get 20 seats. One, of course, is all the women things we have done for women in the last assembly elections, the schemes which we have given them, they've continued and they are going to be very important. And of course, this Prajwal Revanna case, I mean, this is massive. Raping more than 400 women, making videos out of it, and now his uncle is attacking the Congress party instead of supporting the women, instead of being with the women and getting that nephew of them here and putting him behind bars. And I'm again going to tell you that man is going to become getting into parliament, I will be protesting outside the parliament because a rapist like him, he's psychotic, he cannot be in parliament. And, that is going to make a change. The other one where we all have to look at is Maharashtra. Everybody is putting Maharashtra on the side. Last time, the BJP won there massively. But this time, what you're going to see is there's a lot, what I've understood from the ground, is there's a lot of sympathy for Uddhav Thackeray and Sharad Pawarji. And of course, the Congress is also much stronger this time. There, like you said, some people have gone, but on the ground, we are much stronger because people know that when the Mahavikas Aghadi was there, it was much better. Here, you vote for one, these guys suddenly come in. Look what has happened in Haryana today, You always thought that it's impenetrable, the Bharatiya Janata Party. 3 independents have resigned and the government is in minority. So things can change and things are changing. Why are these MLAs resigning? Because they know which way the wind is blowing.
Right.
The wind is blowing towards the India alliance. The Prime Minister,
we'll see what happens. But
Shama,
hold on one second.
Very scared because look at Rahul Gandhi. He talks about the Mahalakshmi scheme. He talks about the manifesto. He talks about the jobs we're going to give. What does Modi speak every day? It's Muslims, Mangal Sutra, mutton. This is what we hear.
I'm sure Tuhin would like to reply to that.
Why are you
but I
not
want to
talking?
actually focus. Shama, it's not a monologue. Just hold on. We want to, what you've said, Karnataka, let's give our viewers some context, right? So Karnataka, let's take a look at what happened last time around, because Aarti also had an important point. Since we are talking about Karnataka, let's talk about it properly. This is what happened in 2009. And then let's bring up the next couple of phases as well. 2014 and then 2019. The BJP went from 12 seats in 2009, 47% of the voters, to 11 and then 14 in 2019.
This is phase 3.
This is phase 3, right?
Of the 14 seats.
Of the 14 seats, the BJP won all 14 seats. In 2014, they won 11 of the 14, and in 2009, they won 12 of the 14. The Congress didn't win a single seat last time around, even though they did get 33% of the vote share. In 2014, just 3 seats, and in 2009, 2. Now, ironically, the JDS with whom the BJP has tied up, and and we believe that might be problematic this time around, has done 0 in terms of seats in 2009, 2014, and 2019. Yeah. So, Aarti, just on the point of how this could actually be changing because of the Prajwal Rivanna case.
I think it goes beyond the Prajwal Rivanna case. I think the Prajwal Rivanna case certainly has cast a shadow and become a talking point in the campaign, and has served to kind of, bury that other the other issue that the BJP was raising, which was love jihad following the murder of that young college girl, But I think what is really changing is the fact that today there is a Congress government. And in the last 1 year, this Congress government has managed to, fulfill some of the guarantees that it promised during the elections, particularly for women. I'm told that the women vote is still very strongly with the Congress. And the Lingayat vote, so you see the reason why JDS is 0-0-0 for 3 years in this phase is because this is not their stronghold. Their stronghold is in southern Karnataka, This is basically central and northern Karnataka, and much of it is a Lingayat, stronghold. And the Lingayats traditionally were with the BJP till last year, when the BJP's Lingayat vote base actually started cracking.
Yes, we'll be joined by Jagdish Shettar.
And I don't know whether that they've been able to put that back together.
Yes.
Although they have given
Yediyurappa for a second and get a quick reaction to what Shama was saying and what Aarti is saying as well. The possibility of a reversal in Karnataka for the BJP this time around, the Prajwal Rivanna case.
Well, Vishnu,
go ahead.
Karnataka has been a BJP stronghold from 2004. So even in 2004 and 2009, when we did not come to power at the center, the minimum seats that we had won were 16 and 17 out of 28. And this time we are going to repeat, 25, we are going to win 25 that we had won the previous occasion. Now, it doesn't behoove the Congress spokesperson to wax eloquent on Rivanna. For us, whether it is Sheikh Shah Jahan or Rivanna, both of them will meet the same fate. We have been associated with JDS for barely 3 months, But most of these crimes were taking place in 2018-19 when they desperately needed the support of JDS, and their chief minister was a silent spectator to it. So I don't think they should be pontificating
Sorry,
on this issue.
I'm
Our
sorry.
track record is
How
very
did we
clear.
didn't- nobody
These
knew
people
about
did
it?
not have the
We
moral
didn't know
courage to
about
talk
it.
about
No, you
Sheikh
can't
Shah
come and
Jahan.
lie on
These
television.
people
We
are
didn't know about
selective. They
it.
did
It
not
was
have the
not by
courage to
your
talk
power.
about
Devraj
Sheikh Shah
Gowda
Jahan.
wrote.
We will
Why did
ensure
Devraj
exemplary
Gowda-
punishment.
Devraj
Shama, let's
Gowda
not
wrote to
fight.
you?
Shama, let's not fight. I will
So,
I
let
will
me
come
answer
across
to
to you.
that.
Let him
You
make
have
his
to-
point. I will come across to you, and Ghanshyam, who has his hand up, to finish your point.
My
Yes.
limited point is people of this country know that, we don't, our stand is not selective, our stand is not different when it comes to Sheikh Shah Jahan or Revanna. Revanna will meet, if he's guilty, he will meet the same punishment which is going to befall on Sheikh Shah Jahan. But these people need to grow out of their hypocrisy.
Can I come in?
Shama, go
So
ahead,
I just
and
want
then
to ask
Ghanshyam,
him,
yes.
He uses Revanna and Sheikh Shah Jahan. What happened to Brijbhush and Sharan Singh? Why are you not using that word? Why did the Prime Minister not take action on him when the Delhi police has filed an FIR saying he has molested the wrestlers? The FIR, have you read it? You're a lawyer. I have read the FIR. So what happened that? What happened to the women in Manipur who were
No,
raped?
he's not part of the
He-
Wrestling
he-
Federation
he
anymore.
has-
The case
there's
is
an
going
FIR.
on.
There's an FIR where the
Do
police
you
have
want
seen
us to
the
take action
So
based
why
on
are you
your
not taking
whims and
action on
fancies?
Brijbhush and Sharan Singh? You say Sheikh Shah
Do you
Jahan.
want us to
and
take
this
action
one
based
person
on
who's
your whims
Brijbhush
and
and Sharan
fancies?
Singh.
He is not
Why
a part of
did
the
Rahul
Wrestling
Gandhi
Federation. He
went
has
to
not been
Manipur?
given ticket. What else do you expect
Manipur,
before
why have you?
when the
Why
case is
have
All
you
right,
already
both of you
submitted?
can't hear
This is
either
fine.
of you at this
So
stage.
shame. And
Let's-
also,
let's-
1 minute, I did not interrupt him. He interrupted
No,
me. You
everybody's
support him.
interrupting everybody
No, no, no.
else at this
No,
stage.
but when I interrupted,
All right,
you
Shama,
said,
30 seconds,
let
and
me
Ghanshyam
make
had a
my
point as well. Go
No,
ahead.
one last
No
point
one
is
will interrupt you. Go ahead.
Devraj Gowda wrote in December their own MLA to the party saying this man is going to be a problem. They gave him a ticket, their alliance partner, they kept and Prime Minister also campaigns saying, isko vote de do, isko vote de do. That is quite bad. In 2018-19, this did not come out. We did
All
not
right.
know about it.
Ghanshyam, you had a point to
quickly,
make.
Ghanshyam, make
Ghanshyam
your point
Tiwari,
and
go
then
ahead.
we move on.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Ghanshyam.
Quickly, two things. One is that BJP started this election as messengers of Ram. And people across India, especially women in Karnataka and Uttar Pradesh, now see them as ambassadors of Ravan. As they stand with Prajwal Revanna, even Amit Shah said, and the media showed it, that the Prajwal Revanna episode will not impact its ties with JDS. That is why people see them as ambassadors of Ravan. Now, for the remaining 4 phase elections, BJP is out of the electoral math for the next 4 phase. This was their best opportunity to be able to score. They have not scored in phase 1, phase 2, and as we discussed in Karnataka, in phase 3 they are out, Maharashtra they are out. When we go into phase 4, phase 5, phase 6 and 7, election moves into West Bengal. It moves into Bihar, Jharkhand, parts of Uttar Pradesh, where BJP has nothing to offer, nothing to show, and there are strong regional parties which will contend against the leadership, absent leadership of BJP. And this is where the final death knell
Okay,
in this.
Ghanshyam, just hold on to your thoughts.
be-
We are going straight to our newsmaker, the second newsmaker who's joining us on this special broadcast. Jagdish Shettar, former Karnataka Chief Minister and candidate of the BJP from Belagavi, is joining us live. Mr. Shettar, really appreciate your time. I mean, 14 seats. With that, the elections in Karnataka are over. Last time, all these seats went in favor of the BJP. How has the trend been today?
Almost all 14 parliamentary constituency comes under North Karnataka. Last occasion, 2019 election, all the 14 seats, it is in favor of the Bharatiya Janata Party. Now also the trend is same trend is continued. And according to me, all the 14 seats, now second phase election is going on in Karnataka. We are going to elect all the 14 seats.
So I just wanted to talk about the Lingayat factor a little bit. Let's just bring up graphic 16 if we can. In Karnataka, the Lingayat factor and consolidation of the Lingayat vote. It's interesting because we actually take a look at where the BJP was and where in the 2019 Lok Sabha election, the BJP had 87% of the Lingayat vote. 87% of Lingayats voted for the BJP in the Lok Sabha elections. But the Vidhan Sabha elections in 2023, that went down to 56%. So therefore, sir, the Lingayat factor, how much of a concern is that for you?
No. Whatever may be, always in Lingayat people, and even other caste people, even SC/ST people, backward class people, and even forward caste, everybody is supporting the BJP, and Lingayat votes, almost all, so many years, they are intact with the Bharatiya Janata Party. In this parliament election also, they are supporting Bharatiya Janata Party and Narendra Modi ji leadership.
Prajwal Revanna sex scandal. Would you accept that that's causing major embarrassment for the BJP in particular, and also for the entire campaign that you have had so far? One question that is looming large on you.
It has no impact on the voters in North Karnataka, because all this incident, everything recorded and come into public after first phase election in Karnataka. So even I have seen the public opinion and other things. Everybody thinking it is a personal, it is incident, and it has no impact on the other party, 14 party parliamentary election constituency. It has no impact at all.
Would this not likely have an impact on the overall elections, because this is a scandal which is not just limited to the JDS and BJP, or to the JDS and its potential impact in Karnataka?
No. Neha Iremad case, murder case, and other 4 members murdered in Gaza. It shows law and order is collapsed in the Karnataka. It has impact every year, because everybody wants to personal safety in Karnataka, but it is not did by the state Congress government. So there is apprehension that law and order is collapsed, and there is no fear for the murderers. Here, this Prajwal Revanna case is entirely different. It is a personal. What is behind SIT probe is going on. Let us see what has happened. And now, from yesterday, there was an involvement of the DK Shivakumar DCM. His name is also appearing. So it is made by the DK Shivakumar like that. Prima facie case already started. So there is a doubts among us all these cases because of the involvement of the DCM.
Okay, so you are of the opinion that this case will have no impact on the election outcome. So let's wait and see how it really plays out on 4th. But overall, the political discourse in Karnataka in many ways is being shaped by what, this entire sex tape or the sex scandal which has come out in the public domain.
We're going to take a short break at this stage. Shekhar Suman has joined the Bharatiya Janata Party. Interesting interview where he told me, Maria, that yesterday he had no idea where he was going to be.
And
now
he's in the BJP. He's a part of a
political
BJP.
process. We're going to take a short break. That interview coming up. Stay tuned.
And joining us now is actor who has made a comeback of sorts, which is Shekhar Suman, in his new release of web series, which is Hira Mandi, The Diamond Bazaar. Today is the beginning of his new innings. This one, he has moved to politics now. Why did you join the BJP is the first question that I wish to ask you, sir.
Impulsive decision. For a long time I was mulling whether to join politics or not, because it is always sort of interpreted wrongly that there is a vested interest, or probably there are political reasons for it. The reasons are very, very personal. I just wanted to strengthen the hands of the government, and I thought they're doing a fabulous job. I'm a huge admirer of Shri Narendra Modi ji, and I think he's done a wonderful job in the last 10 years, and that prompted me that all of us, when we sit outside the periphery and keep discussing and keep criticizing the government for various things, it is also important to think that someone who is leading the country also needs several hands and several people to support, and that prompted me to sort of take this very, very, as I said, impulsive decision to join
But is
BJP.
it true that you didn't know even yesterday that you would be in the BJP today?
No, no. I was blissfully unaware and oblivious of what was going to happen next because I was just enjoying in the midst of the euphoria which Hira Mandi is enjoying, in the midst of the success. As a matter of fact, I was sitting with Bhansali Saab for 2 hours discussing every scene of it and how everybody has performed so brilliantly, and that just about everyone all over the world is watching Hira Mandi and praising it to the skies, and every character. So a lot of praise and adulations come our way, you know, and my, you know, Adhyana has been praised a lot. So there was a sort of a jubilation that was going on where I received a call from Vinod Taudeji, and he asked me whether I would like to come and join BJP just tomorrow, and that was like so sudden. And I said, give me a moment, I'll think about it and let you know. So I guess this was destined, the fact that it was in the deep recesses of my mind. Subconsciously, maybe I was thinking about it, you know, because we get, you know, too happy with our own life, personal life, especially actors. We are in a cocoon. We are, you know, playing characters, and we are in a studio back home, and we are completely cut off from the social world and from society as such. There's a world within a world, and I guess that all of us have a social responsibility, and we need to go out and express that, and express ourselves, and express our choices. And I think if I think that our government is doing extremely well and that it needs everyone's support, then what am I waiting for? So that prompted me immediately. I picked up the phone and I said, I'm coming. So I left everything. You know, we were in the midst of a lot of PR activities post the success of Hira Mandi, and I came here.
Yes, Mr. Shekhar Suman, I must congratulate you for that role that you have played of Zulfikar in the web series. I've seen it, and it certainly is a very intriguing plot. But talking about what now for you in terms of your political role, what will you be doing? Will you be actively campaigning?
I have no idea what I would be doing. This is my way of saying that I'm with you in whichever small capacity that I can be of any help. I really don't know what would be assigned to me, what would I be asked to do. I have absolutely no idea. But as I said, that when you come and you come with the idea to kind of be of some use to the party, then you come and surrender yourself completely and totally. So I guess that whatever they ask me to do, I will adhere to it without.
But what would you like to do? What would you like to do?
I don't know. I haven't, as I said, that this is has been too sudden. I'll sit and think that I said, you know, I would probably, there are so many things I would probably like to talk about. I would probably bring about awareness in so many areas and so many levels, you know, whether it is education or whether it is health or whether it is infrastructure or growth or whichever way I can.
Right.
You know, I suppose as an actor, I could be of immense help talking about it, you know, on the social media and otherwise, and bring about a certain awareness. And if I'm asked to campaign, you know, for a certain candidate, then I guess then I'll go out, and since I think at this point of time where our ideologies meet, in the sense that I'm aligned with the ideas of BJP, which is progressive and thinks about the country, has taken the country ahead in the last so many years, then I will willingly and gladly go ahead and campaign.
All right. Well, good luck in politics to you. And today was a day when a Congress spokesperson also joined.
Yes,
the
Radhika
BJP.
Khera.
That's right. So it's
the exodus is actually
it
continuing.
continues over there for. Well, we're out of time on this program, and you know, Maria and I will be back over the next couple of weeks, a day before the polling.
The
and
next
on the day
phase
of
is
polling,
on 13th.
That's right.
That's
So-
the fourth. That's the fourth phase.
So that's a Sunday, right?
That's a Sunday.
The day before is a Sunday. So then I won't be at work. You can take care of the show then.
All right. So more than half of the elections are over. 283 seats after the first 3 phases, which are over. 4 more phases to go. And Vishnu and I will continue with the special broadcast. Thanks so much for watching.
Good night.